This is a lower elo hell. I was kind of trying to steer away from doing like really just 1200 and under MMR players, but I don't want to fully just knock out that bracket because I think some of you are actually, you know, you're decent players. You might be able to prove yourselves. So we're doing elo hell. We are doing Solomon Rocks today. He is silver 1. 1120 MMR, 34 and 34, 50% win rate. We have him in a bracket of plat players. He said he thinks he's plat. The highest MMR in this bracket in this game is Flame Shadows at 2050 MMR. There's a couple of 1900 MMRs, and the lowest other than Solomon is Shades, I believe. And Shades was almost 1600 MMR. The reason I picked Solomon because people seem to think that like I just go with whoever signs up. Not gonna lie, he was the first person to sign up, so I was happy. But when I scroll down, I see him doing well in casual. Honestly, his casual MMR is probably higher than his ranked MMR. But when you do get to his ranked games where he's jungling, he tends to have, even like solo lane, he's having solid statted games. He doesn't have a lot of last hits, but like 14 and 5, 11 and 2, 13 and 1, 15 and 4, 15 and 5. He's having solid games, very solid games. Hopefully this transitions and translates against plat players. I don't know that it will, but we're gonna find out. All right, so what did he opt for? He went for Set. Oh, I hope it goes well. Set is just one of those gods that most people in most matches aren't not gonna really do their thing, but we'll see. All right, so we got Surcat jungle, Nike solo, Cabrakan support, Danza. That's an aggro comp. That's a very aggro comp. And then we have Chronos ADC. I don't know how I feel about this. We'll see. Jump in with him, see what he's starting with. Transcendence. I'm guessing he's gonna go Transcendence Soul Eater. He is a PlayStation player. So this says he's on PlayStation. So this is a controller player. Wait, do I not have in-game sound? Why do I not have in-game sound? So we're good. Good save. So we got some set jungling going on here. He started beads, which I like. What's up with the spinning? Why are we spinning? The controller have it? Is it actually a controller thing? That's funny. I feel like the keyboard thing is to like hit WASD like in order, so you do little circles. Like you don't spin, you just do little foot circles. It's all they have on controller is circles. Oh, that's funny. How do you add your stats to the website? What do you mean add your stats? Smite source is pulled from Hi-Res's API. It has nothing to do with you adding stats. If your account's hidden, your account won't show up. But outside of that, your stats are already there. You can claim your account on Smite source, so that way when you log in, your info is all like your account. You just pull it up and go right to it right there and make builds and stuff for yourself. Playing really far back, and the fact that he hasn't potted to get full health really makes me wonder what's going on here. Okay, this Scylla just really messed up. Remember, these are plat players he's playing against, and he is silver 1. Why? There you go. He finally potted. Why not multi-pot just to heal up full? Like, if he was full health right now, he could fight so easily. That was super delayed on the damage showing up on his health bar. Very strange back and forth. He's just kind of getting railed. If you pick Set, you should definitely be looking to be aggressive. If the Surcat 2s, you're absolutely aggro. He's playing so far back. And he doesn't double 2. He just 3 isn't even up yet to dash in, so I don't know why he wasn't double 2ing for damage here. He's very scared and passive. Might be since he knows he's against plat players. He just missed XP on that. He's 1100 silver 1. The ranked leaderboards website? I don't know. I just clicked the link that Cryptic sent me. They just set up for the easiest double taunt ever. This Surcat kind of failed. Good disengage. Go to clearing. Go to clearing. Go to clearing, please. This is not a good fight. This is not a good fight. This is just not smart. They're full health. You don't have abilities up. Just clear. You could have already cleared and done rights. So what he just did right here, this is just all around. Same for the mid laner on his team. There's no world where you can test that after getting poked to 20%. You just go do rights, and now they're not getting rights. He's going to go contest the fight instead of farming. This is where you ping and call that the Surcat's in left to back off, and you go get rights, so you get the farm. Am I done with Diablo? No, I haven't played Diablo yet tonight. I'll play it around 11:30, like in 3 hours. Gotta get some grinding in. I'm hoping I get some items tonight so I can swap around builds. Or like just expand on my build. We don't know that this guy's not in elo hell yet. His farming is off, but so many people's farming is off. This is a good counter rotation. Like, this is a really good counter rotation. He needs the multi-pot while he's fighting here. He should go in. What? He's way too scared. I don't know if this is a normal gameplay thing because he's averaging 15 kills a game in jungle. So he needs to stop playing scared. There's no mana. What is he afraid of? Hesitating too much. If you're gonna commit, commit. If you're not gonna commit, leave and go farm. Don't do anything in between. Don't sit around waiting. Don't sit around wondering. Commit or farm. Diablo patch today. I played for a little bit. I don't know. I didn't read about the patch. I'm gonna do another elo hell after this. Correct. Doesn't use a creep to farm faster. A little concerning. I did work out today. I just worked out. I hit the bike for a warm up. Sammy's fucking Peloton bike, and then did chest. We're twinning, bro. I had to work out today. I told Sammy she was putting Lincoln down to go to sleep. Usually I'm up there with him. I was like, I have to go work out today. It's one of those days. One of those fucking days. Elo hell, exclamation mark elo hell in the chat, and there's a sign up sheet. The spinning is annoying. It's okay to spin on speed though. Like, that's normal. You don't want to get hit by the thing. How was that, Inspire? So far, he's kind of just existing, but we've seen that as a common theme in these elo hell matches, so I don't want to shit on him too hard. Very questionable counter gank in the duo lane. He should have gotten a kill in the duo lane. He didn't even try to commit. He went in and then just wanted to leave, wanted to back out. One of the most, I guess one of the most common things I've seen too, outside of just slow gameplay, is people wanting to just team fight, but then team fighting awkwardly and positioning weird in team fights. He completely missed his one. That was a bad circuit ult, but a good Chronos ult. He didn't ult here. He go in, help. Wait, this is a kill. This is a kill. This is a kill. One. Oh, late beads. Oh, he short dashed. He might still get him. Okay, he got him. I thought he was gonna die because Danza's he lives here. Pop your pots. Potions during fights. When you get into a fight and your cooldowns are down, pop your potions so they're ticking. That's not bad though. He could play that 100% better, but that's not what we're talking about here. He played it about the same as the Circuit did. I'm not playing Smite on the Apple VR headset. The one thing that I think is dope about that headset, or could be dope, is on planes. You can just shut out everybody else, which is what I try to do. When I'm on planes, I usually put my hood up. I have I have my earbuds, but a lot of time I'll take over the ear headphones that are noise canceling, like Bose. And just kind of live in my own space and watch a movie. What's he building? We want to check the builders. He's got Transcendence. I don't know if he's going to go Soul Eater next or if he's just going to go power build. I truly believe in lower brackets, lifesteal has immensely more value than in higher brackets. Like, it's still good in higher brackets, but in low brackets, it's just pure wins off of it. So I kind of hope he does go Soul Eater. He hasn't done anything I've wanted him to do yet, though. So it probably won't happen. Not clearing the small creeps? Hello? You're just walking past farm. You just walked past 3 small creeps. What's his level compared to Circuit? Circuit's a 7 too. Okay. Never been on a plane. I didn't fly until I went to my first Smite event. So I didn't fly until I was like 21, 20. I think I was 21. No. I was 20. I flew my first time I flew. I was 20. So don't feel bad if you haven't flown yet. I went from never flying until I was 20 to flying like every weekend and hating it. I hate flying now. I never want to fly again. Between 20 and 29, I flew way more than your average person. Too much. You're the same plane as me, dude. On my plane there, I had a bunch of people that were Smite community people. When I was going to the event, I didn't know how many people were around. Okay, that's an up down. This is a fight. This is a full commit. Alt. Okay, maybe he doesn't need ult. Okay, they got the kill. I wish he had ulted. When you're lower, you got to learn your limitations, and you just ult that. You just full commit to guarantee a kill. You don't risk a 50-50 win. Every win matters. What did you hate? The people flying? No, just flying a lot is just ass. Like dealing with TSA, dealing with the stress of people everywhere, the anxiety of all that shit. It's not fun. Once I'm on the plane, I don't care. Like, it's not like I hate being in the air type thing. It's just the whole process of getting on and getting off, the time consuming aspect of it, the traveling, like the actual traveling. I'm not a big fan of traveling in general. If I'm traveling, I want to travel to a beach. And I want to sit on my ass on a beach. The TSA in Texas was free low. That if I was in Texas, I wouldn't mind flying out of flying at all. But everywhere else, Georgia, here in Virginia, where I fly out of, the TSA is a pain in the ass. Most of the time here, one of the TSAs is closed, so it's even more hectic. They don't even police like if you usually have like first class tickets, there's a different line for TSA, at least at my airport, and they don't police it, so they end up not even using it, and you don't get like any value out of that shit. A little tricky. Him not invading blue is not the end of the world. The jungler is more than likely going to be there, and the Nike's going to TP in at full health, so that is an invade that could get you killed if you're too slow about it. All lobbies are East Coast. The re-sign up for Elo Hell every stream? Yeah, I clear sign-ups at the beginning of stream. TSA pre-check doesn't even change that much, sadly. It's a little bit quicker. I've gone through it a couple times, but it's, I don't know. I don't fly that much now, so there's no point at this point. Oh, that's dope, Akuna. All right. Is he... He's AFK? All right, he's here. Why are we paused? Oh, the dude's still DC'd on Terra. Hakuna, I remember. I thought I did respond. Did I not? Because oh, you know what it was? You told me about it in stream. I told my wife, and then I fucking forgot to respond back to you. Because I thought it was so dope. I told Sammy, I was like, yeah, we might be able to do this. The other thing that I hate about flying is most airports don't have good food that you can just grab. Like, they don't all have Chipotles and shit. So, like, if I could grab food, jump on an airplane, get in I'm flying first class, get in my first class seat, put my headphones on and turn on a fucking movie, oh, we're good. I'm chilling. My issue is now when I'm flying, usually the old person sitting next to me, there's never young people in first class. Usually the old person sitting next to me wants to know what I do for a living because they're like, why the fuck is this younger person sitting next to me and all these old people? So then they try to have a conversation with me, which I don't mind having a conversation. I just hate when the conversation doesn't end. So I go back to watching my shit. The only time there's young people in first class is when it's other like content streamer people. I think the only time I sat next to somebody in first class that was young was it was one of the League streamers. It was I think it was, I don't know, it was Cutie Pie or someone. It was one of them with their girlfriend. All right, little early on the full commitment here. A lot of damage though. See, I want him to not be afraid like he was right there in Kabrakian, but earlier in these fights. This is a kind of an even match though. Nah, it wasn't Tyler Wood. Yeah, they were playing on their Switches. This was years ago. This was like 5 years ago, I think. I don't know where they were going. Actually, it might have been TwitchCon. I think that's what it was. I think it was fucking TwitchCon when I was flying to California. Blue team got that? Oh my gosh. That was scary. Your Smite Sword stats not right. You play on Xbox and never touched a PC. Are you talking about like the thing next to your name? That's the last thing you logged in on. So you're like, that's what your account was logged into last. It's not, you have to realize it's not Smite Source pulling info. This is Smite Source going through Hi-Rez's shit and getting the info. It's not like we're making this shit up. It's just what was on Hi-Rez's shit. Player damage. This is these like player damage right now doesn't matter because none of these fights are serious. You got both junglers hitting at 3,800. These fights are both teams are scared. Like I'm not giving him a lot of shit because the Surcat and everyone else is also just backing out right away. He didn't go soul leader. He's either going. Is this a Jotuns? I think he's going Jotuns. I'd rather have soul leader than Jotuns on him. I'm gonna say PC when I've never used PC to game. It's whatever you logged into your account on last. So if you log in to that shit on it could be their website, it could be anything. It's just however Hi-Rez is last seen your account. So, wait, why beads? That beads is sketchy. Oh, he's so in trouble. Nice dash. Okay. I think he missed the one there. Either the one of the two didn't fully land there. Thought he was gonna do more. That was a waste at all. I thought he was gonna commit to the Surcat. Just no commitment out of this. When you play set, you have to know when to commit, or you can't play the god. It sounds like you need to change your password. I think if they nerf Golden Blade, you think it will kill AA junglers? Oh, it'll hurt. It'll hurt a lot. It'll hurt a lot. I don't think it'll kill them. They've already nerfed Golden Blade once this season, but I think it'll hurt. He skipped all the loose creeps every time I've seen. Lot of loose farm. I don't know if it's because he doesn't notice it. He thinks he's wasting time. Like, you know, he's like antsy. Like, I can't stop for this. I gotta get over this gank. Oh. Okay. Okay. The Terra ult was dog shit. But that's not who we're watching. Oh. He's dead. Wait, why did Scylla just ult on top of herself? Why did Scylla ult herself? Wait, what the fuck? All right, somehow Surcat ends up dying. I don't know what's going on in this game. That was a terrible dive. He needs to up his sensitivity. It takes him too long to spin around. If you play on a controller and somebody can do loop-de-loops around you and you can't keep up, your sensitivity's too low. Oh yeah, he skipped all the loose creeps. Like, it's not like a little bit. He is not touching loose creeps. Let's see what he went. Jotuns? He did. Oh, dude. Don't go Jotuns here.
Good morning, sir.
Go Soul Eater here if you want Soul Eater. You cannot build it third. Skip the Jotuns. It's unnecessary. Go Hydras here. Because now you aren't going to go Hydras in this build. And Hydras is still core on set. I don't like the build. That's well, maybe it's Bloodforge. I don't like Bloodforge either, because maybe Bloodforge pre-nerf to get a little bit of attack speed built in with your power, but now not a fan. What the fuck? This is another jungler who doesn't know how to flank. I think every jungler I've watched at every bracket, we just two-man ult. That was a terrible Terra ult on top of everything. Bro, loop around. Stop standing next to your mages. Get in the fight. I don't even care if your ult's down at this point. Just go in. That was a huge... Oh, that was a good Aegis, actually. That was a huge Terra CC. Okay, he just does nothing here. He absolutely did nothing here. That was a terrible fight. That was not a good fight. He's definitely lost in the sauce, and I don't know if it's set-based or if it's just jungling. He's a little lost here. Not even if he only didn't waste his ult. That obviously matters a little, but he's missing half of his autos. He's another air autoer. That was the game with the person who proved that you were in the hell. The jungler, I played with him like 4 games last night. When he got jungle, it was a great game because I got mid. We popped off. His first game mid, I was solo. He rotated perfectly. The other 2 games were a little rough. He like the one game his jungler was inting. And then the last game, he picked set mid and got farmed, and we pretty much agreed that he would never play set again. I truly believe set is not a god for the average level of player. There's a lot of simplicity in the god. You press alt, you hold left click, you spam 2, you press 1. Like, it sounds like a lot. It's just your kit. You're kind of just mashing buttons and you'll be all right. But in reality, to min max, to know when to full commit, to position properly, to not waste your 3, takes a little bit more. The big thing I notice is people play gods like this, and when you're tunnel visioned on somebody, when you're targeting somebody, okay, when you're targeting somebody, you get tunnel visioned, which isn't a good thing. You want to be able to see around you. And when you are going in on somebody, you can't think like, I need to auto, I need to press this button now, I need to press that button now, and consistently do it. Where a god where you can just W key and not think too much, just hit all, you know, hit 1, 2, 3, boom, that you're in, is much simpler. Biggest question I get on set: when do I know to 1? Like, how do I know when to 2 and 1? It's like, bro, when your ult's up, you spam 2, and then when you feel like it's enough damage to kill him, you press 1. That's it. You have to get the feel down. Super delayed on getting his damage out. Solo laners rotate on power spikes or defense spikes, survivability spikes. They also rotate off of lane pressure. So if you're stomping and clearing a lane, it's better to rotate than to just try to sit there and kill your solo laner over and over again. What were the bans this game? A couple jungler bans. Wukong is so good right now in the soul lane. I was playing it yesterday, and I don't know why you wouldn't just play Wukong. Oh, the cutback? He's dead though. Oh, the ult's gonna blow. Oh, he's hit by Cat Poison off of the creeps. Too much S King. He's missing so many autos, bro. This is the worst god in the world for him. Oh, he only gets the kill because the ADC's there. Bro spins for 2 minutes to do a loop. He's playing up, Mamba. He's a silver 1 player, and these are all plat players. He's up like the highest MMR is 900 higher than him. The lowest MMR is 500 higher than him. 400 higher than him. And the highest and the lowest are both on the enemy team. The highest is the enemy jungler. That's what's a little surprising. Obviously, the enemy jungler definitely looks way more confident and having a better game. But it's not as significant as you think. He's the same level. He's kind of keeping up. This is the thing, like if you ever wonder, are controller players really worse than mouse and keyboard? Look at how many of these controller players spin slow as fuck. Like you actually are unable to auto attack and land all your autos because you aren't even facing the right direction when someone's moving around. You can't keep up with them. I think did Flame Shadows do Elo Hell? He might have been in a video. I know I've seen him before, I just don't know where. By the way, I haven't been promoting about this too much, but there's a lot of people now in Elo Hell, or not Elo Hell, in my coaching on Discord. So if you guys are interested, especially with the patch coming, might be a good time to be in on the coaching. I actually have a lot of people doing the one-on-one coaching too, so I've started scheduling that for this month. So if that's something you're interested in, you'd want to sign up as soon as possible to get all that in. It's pretty simple. You do exclamation mark coaching, the link will come up, or on YouTube it's below videos. There's just a coaching link. It opens up right to Discord. Payments and everything are through Discord. Everything's handled in Discord channels. You get access to private channels, and that's how we do everything. This is good engagement. This is a real, that's the first time he's flanked. This is so turn. Oh my gosh, he gets him. Keep fighting, dude. Just keep fighting. Just keep fighting. Just keep fighting. Don't freak out. Yes. No, don't freak out. You're fine. Pop your health potion. Pop your health potion and fight. Yes. Okay, outside of that, like that was a really this best positioning fight, but then he spun too slow. He has to up his sense. I want to do something like Nice with the coaching. Not necessarily what he's doing. All this coaching is off stream coaching now, and it's just through Discord. I don't know. I know he has his website and he has other people do coaching with him on his website. I'm just handling it all through Discord so I can communicate through there and have them handle payments. His sensitivity is a big thing holding him back right now. Input delay on controller? There's no input delay on controller. If you have input delay, that's because something's wrong with your computer or your console or your controller. I played with the controller with many times. There's no input delay. What's up, Kens? Go play Fortnite, bitch. How do you go about improving your sensitivity? Realistically, any change you make is gonna feel like the end of the world at first. Up or down, it doesn't matter. It's gonna feel super. It's called sensitivity because any changes to it, you're hypersensitive to it. But in reality, if someone does it like on console, if someone does a circle around you, like you're melee battling them, they side strafe a circle around you or run a circle around you, you should be able to keep up. So that would be a good basis to start at. I think when I played controller back in the day, I was around 18 or 20 cents for X and Y.
What are you thinking about the patch tomorrow?
The patch scares me. I'm worried. I'm hopeful. I'm excited. Oh, wait, he just took no damage. What the heck? That was strange. He needs to, change the positioning. Look for a flank. Look for poke and a flank. He doesn't have to full commit. He can just 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Okay, he's full committing only. He gets it. Beads. Nice. Keep fighting. Don't get scared. Nice. He's getting some confidence. See, here's where to get your ranks, he needs to know, like, let's go do gold or pyro or fire or whatever. He needs to be spamming it. Them diving is so stupid. Wukong be annoying is fine, but diving for everybody dumb. This Surcat's the highest MMR in the lobby. The enemy Surcat is the highest MMR in the whole lobby. Yeah, just under 2100. She's the highest in the whole lobby. He did go Bloodforge. This is bad. This is a bad habit to have when your teammates are backing. Like, even getting this tower, it doesn't matter. It's just a bad habit to have overall, because when your teammate backs, you need to back. You sticking around and getting picked just ruins the whole game and throws the whole fire giant. Stallone, Tally got the money today, so he's sending out gems as he can tonight and tomorrow. If you've given Tally your info, then you'll be getting the gems. And the Corsair stuff you should be getting info on. Sending them over the Excel doc of everybody that gave the info as well. Yes, sir. He did. I will say, you're right. The jungler did follow the mid over here. It wasn't like he called everyone over there, it looks like. But I don't know for sure. And he needs to know not to follow. He needs to know to just go back to base with the team, do the objectives, win the game. Stallone, how the fuck you gonna do Elo Hell? When does the next sub league start? July. Sign-ups will be end of June into July, and then it'll start at the end of July. It is Dan Zakaria. Okay, this Wukong is working the Nike. Absolutely working the Nike. His team is popping off, which is why the game looks even remotely okay for him. What's gonna happen is people are gonna watch this on YouTube and be like, Weekend, you're mean. He did a great game. He was fantastic. He's only silver. He's basically Elo Hell. You're an idiot. But in reality, you look at the stats, his solo laner is doing 90% of the work. His ADC is having a great fucking game. And then his mid and support are having solid. His support's actually having a really good game too. His mid's having a solid game, not getting last hits. Then you go to player damage, and you can see carrying, set bottom of his team on damage because he's not supposed to be ahead of the support. He's not an Elo Hell at all. He's not a terrible player. Has very simple. Ooh, that's a good push. He has very simple room for improvement. Basically, like very simple things to improve on, and he will be a much better player. Sensitivity, killing side creeps, knowing when to full commit and stop half-ass committing, and then looking for ganks the correct way with flanks. If you're jungling and watching any of my videos, any of my Elo Hell videos, anything, please start jungling and positioning from the jungle into fights correctly. He should have ulted earlier. He would have kept up a lot closer. Could still go in here. Nice. That's Wukong getting the kill. He's just hovering. You're not taking tower if you go in here. Someone else already tanking it. So why are we hovering? He missed his one. Damn, this Wukong popping off. See, here's the thing with set. You should ult right before you go in, but it should be right before you full commit. Like, you should ult and then be in. You should, first of all, if you're not going to 2-3 in, then you shouldn't ult till you're in the fight. But if you're going to jump into the fight, ult and then 2-3. Right on top of him. I think his sense messes him up because he's spinning for 3.5 seconds every time he wants to fight. His sense is making everything more difficult, 100%. If you're spending that much time in every fight just turning around, you don't even know what's happening behind you because you're just trying to turn around to see it. By the time you turn around to see it, it's already over. What is wild to me is he has 5 kills and 14 assists, and he hasn't even broke the 20k damage mark. That's a lot of fights to be a part of, but very low damage for the amount of fights he's been a part of. He's warding. Yeah, we talked about the patch at the beginning of the stream. They gave a lot of information today. I did not expect that. Tomorrow's patch is about to be huge. I think my biggest hate, like just guaranteed hate, is the fact that it's a dark map again. The lighter, more inviting, happier map is much better to play on. Low damage from missing Hydras, low damage from missing autos and missing abilities.
Your team has destroyed the Gold Fury. That's far enough.
See, so what are you talking about?
One-way ticket to Beatsville. Strike. Stay still.
Spring is
Rampage.
Bro, he was in a position to kill all of them.
Double kill.
He did like 2,500 damage,
Unstoppable.
but that was a little rough. I expected way more out of that.
Run them through.
This is why you don't worry about KDAs when you're talking about your skill level, because someone like this, he didn't play complete trash, but he's not, his KDA does not reflect him being a great player. All right, Solomon, are you here? Can you join Discord? All right, Solomon, how do you think you did?
Honestly, I feel like I could have played that a little bit better.
Okay. Oh, I can hear myself through your mic.
My bad.
You're good. You're good. You're good. All right. So early game, big things. You skip a lot of free farm, like the pathing creeps. You skip them all the time. So stop doing that. Up your sensitivity for the love of God. You have to up your sensitivity. You're missing so much information and so many autos because you can't turn fast enough. I don't know what are you on right now? Do you know?
I actually have no idea. It's like one of the things that I've been meaning to do, but I just keep forgetting to do. I'll do it when I
would up a little bit. Just jump up a little bit. Try to get it to where if someone's running a circle around you, so like you're in the middle and they're running like in a straight line around you, you can keep up. Because I think a lot of these team fights, you were just spending time deciding what to do because you didn't have information yet because you're waiting to turn around. When you're playing set, I really don't think is the best god for anybody to play because it kind of points out a lot of flaws very easily. You would ult and then not full commit, or you would go in, like you would 2-3 in and 1 and then not full commit. When you're playing set, you have to know your limitations to full commit. So just do it until you learn like what's too much and too little. Because a lot of the time, I don't know if maybe it's because you're on stream or whatever, you were a little hesitant to do shit, but you backed out of almost every fight when you really shouldn't have. And then one time you ulted and didn't even go in. So try to be a little more patient to wait for your team to go in and see that the fight's happening before you do ult in those situations. But once you do, just commit. Learn what your limitations are, because it'll be a lot better. You started doing this at the end, but you didn't do it the whole game. And I talk about it with every jungler. Stop trying to fight from the front of the fight. Stop standing next to your ADCs and your mages and trying to dive into the fight. They can see you. They know where you are. They know what you're doing. They know how to react. You have to flank. You have to come in from the side. You have to come in from the rear. You can't just run straight at them. Absolutely cannot. The last, I think it was the last fight around fire, you flanked. And it went great. And that's what you need to do. Like, you have to do that. So much more. Do those things. I would recommend a different build for you too. I think I don't think Bloodforge is a bad item, but I don't think you're really committing to Bloodforge in your games. Set in like sub masters games or any of those healing gods does way better with Soul Eater, because people aren't going to build anti-heal. They don't care. They don't know any better. They're not going to build anti-heal. So I would go Transcendent, Soul Eater, Hydras. That way, when you are full committing, you're getting a kill. That Hydras will be a big factor in actually killing somebody. So you seem to go in, hit your person with your kit, and then want to leave. If that's the playstyle you end up sticking with, that build will help with that. You'll also be healthier because of the lifesteal. You'll feel a little more comfortable. And then if you're getting CC'd and you can't really beats fast enough, look to add a Magi's at the end of the build. If not, the rest of your build's fine. Crusher, Heartseeker is great.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the main stuff. If you have any questions, let me know.
All right. Thank you, my boy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. All right.